Hey YouTube, it's your girl Nate back with another video for Johnny Speaks. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We're a lifestyle brand all about motivation, all inspiration, and we just be having conversations here. So feel free to subscribe. And if you're returning back, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos, and I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit the like button down below and subscribe. Also follow my Instagram page at Johnny Speaks on Instagram, also on Twitter, where you'll find many things inspirational, everything motivational, and just tips and tricks to things in life. My Instagram is just as lit as my YouTube, so I definitely hope that you check that out as well. So today I wanted to make a video about 10 positive affirmations that you can say to yourself every morning to give yourself a good start to your day. If you don't know what affirmations are, affirmation is a term that we use in order to describe the practice of positive thinking and self-empowerment. It's like basically fostering a belief that a positive mental attitude supported by affirmations will lead to success in anything. So when you speak life into yourself, when you speak good things into yourself, you allow those things to come out of you. Like I told you in another video, my cousin always tells me you need to be careful about what you feed your spirit with. So you should always be trying to feed your spirit with positive things. Don't ever feed your spirit with negative things or talk badly about yourself. You might even hear people say that you should always say, I am something. So I am beautiful. I am smart. You should always speak those things over your life. You never want to talk negative over your life. I personally enjoy affirmations. I have about 5 affirmations that I say to myself daily. I use them for different situations, different scenarios, depending on how I'm feeling or what's going on in my life. So I'm going to share some of those affirmations with you and hope and pray that you like my affirmations and you might use them or be able to come up with your own affirmations to use in your own life so that you can become a better version of yourself. Because that's the goal, right? Like, we're all trying to be better people. We're always trying to work towards a better version of ourselves because we're never going to be perfect. None of us are perfect. And life is all about learning and becoming better. So hopefully this video will help you get there. So the first affirmation I want to share with you guys is one of the top affirmations that I always say to myself. It's an affirmation that I say when I'm bored, when I have nothing to do, or when I just find myself having a lot of leisure time. As you can see, it's on one of my boards right here because it's something that I try to live by. And essentially it just says that you have no business being bored if you are not exactly where you need to be in life. And basically what that means to me is just like there's always something that you could be doing to become better, to build towards your future goals, because your big goals are make up of all your little goals, all the small things that you do in life. So like if your goal is to get your degree, graduate college, what do you have to do during your spare time? Study, do homework, figure out what you want to do and what you want to do when you graduate. All those things are important. So there are always things that you could be doing to reach the better version of yourself. So I always try to remind myself that so that I could always be working towards a goal and always be doing something. Now, don't get me wrong. Exhaustion exists. Burnout exists. So definitely, take time to relax and chill. Like, obviously that's still a thing, but you obviously have to put those things into perspective. But for me, a lot of the time I find myself being, just bored and not doing nothing when I've already had my rest period, and I just like to be active. So definitely use that affirmation if you find yourself having a lot of free time that you just don't know what to do with it. That's a way that you can do it. So it's like, it's not rest, it's not your rest period, it's just free time that you don't know what to do or how to navigate that free time. I know, before we continue, let's get into these edges, y'all. I be trying to get my edges together. I know these not perfect, but we be trying. All right, so the second affirmation that I have that I always say to myself is that you may face defeat, but you will never be defeated. That is like probably my favorite affirmation that I say to myself. And I say that to myself anytime that I'm feeling low, I'm not having a good day, I'm feeling a little, anxious. I always say to myself that things are going to happen to you in life, but it will not succumb you. It will not overcome you. You will always overcome it. So it's always good to remind yourself of the power and the strength that you have in order to do better, and I just like to remind myself that, I am amazing, I am worthy, and that I can achieve things, and I'm going to face things in life. But as we always say, weapons will form, but they will not prosper. So it's just always good to realize that you're going to go through things, but it's not the end of your life. It's not the end of your world. You just have to keep going. The third affirmation that I have for you all is, I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and choose its content. I love this quote so much because I feel like a lot of the time we think that we don't have control over our lives when we do. The decisions that we make up our lives. Like, one wrong decision, one small thing can change your life for the rest of your life. Like, it can either change your life really bad or really good. So it's really important that you realize that, you are in control of your life. You make the decisions and you have to be conscious about your decisions. No one can make those decisions for you. No one can tell you how to live your life. It's all about you. So it's just always good to remind yourself of that. The fourth affirmation that I have for you all is the one that I also love this. I love all my affirmations, but this one is also a good one. It's I forgive those who have harmed me in the past and peacefully detach myself from them. A lot of the times we get stuck in this moment where people do things to us and, you know, what's the saying? I forgive you, but I will never forget. And I think that that is really important because just like you did me wrong, you did me right, and I understand that. And it's just that I have to reorient my relationship towards you. And it's good to always recognize that don't let what people have done to you, define your life or define what you do with your decisions. Like people do bad things to you, but that shouldn't make you want to do bad things. And like I say in all of my videos, it is your responsibility to be in control of your emotions. You know, you have your own emotional responsibility to how you treat other people. Like don't take what someone else did to you and take it out on somebody else, because that's not how we should live our lives. So I always remind myself to detach myself from those situations. Once I've forgiven and once I've gotten through it and unpacked that trauma, I'm done with it. I don't want to bring it up. It's unpacked, over it, and done with. Next one I always say to myself is I love and accept myself for who I am. I love this one as well because it just reminds myself that I have a lot of flaws, and my favorite Kiara shared song is Flaws, and she's just like, you love my flaws and they make me beautiful. And I love it so much because it's just like, I am not perfect, you're not perfect, none of us are ever going to be perfect, but you have to love yourself through your flaws and just work through them and try to be better people. Like it's you're not gonna be perfect. It's okay. And sometimes your flaws make you beautiful. Like a lot of things that people don't like about themselves, or a lot of things that I don't like about myself, people like about me. They like those qualities, they want those qualities. So you just have to appreciate the qualities that you do have and try to work through them. So the sixth affirmation that I have for you all, it's less of an affirmation, but more of a line of questioning. My favorite show, Black Lightning, I was watching that show one day, and if you know the show, then you know Jefferson Pierce has a line of questionings that he asks his students every day to get them to move towards being better people. And ever since then, I wrote it down and I say it to myself almost all the time. And basically it goes like this: where's the future? Right here. Whose life is it? Mine. And what are we gonna do with it? Live it by any means necessary. I just think this affirmation is really, really important because to me, it's just like, you know, like this is my life. I make the decisions. I am the holder of it. And I will always make things in effort to make my future better. And I'm going to live it by any means necessary. If I got to work harder, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get that bag. I'm going to get to where I want to be in life. And you just always have to remind yourself of that. The seventh affirmation that I have is a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. This obviously has a lot to do with affirmations, because if you set yourself up to have a positive, beautiful day, then those things will become true, right? If you wake up in a fog, you wake up, you know, in a nasty mood, you wake up in a negative mood, that is how your day is going to go. You always have to think that your day is going to be positive, because if not, it's not going to be positive. So you always need to, you know, make sure that you're doing it. The last affirmation that I have is that I send love and energy to every cell in my body and trust that it's strong, powerful, and capable. I love this affirmation. I probably said this like 10 times, but I really do love affirmations because it makes me feel good. Like, y'all don't see how happy I am, my glow, the smile on my face, just from speaking these affirmations to myself. It's just like, I send love to myself. I love myself. Self-love is important. It's a hard place to get to. But you eventually get there one way or another. And I may not completely be at the end of my journey of self-love, but I'm getting there. I'm learning to love myself. I'm learning to have that self-love. And reminding myself that I love every inch of my body, every inch of my soul, every inch of my personality, every inch, from the way that my hair curls and kinkles, the way that my hair defies gravity, you know, the way that I walk, the way that I talk, my accent, the way I move, everything about myself is lovable, and I have to love it about myself. That makes me feel good. Like, it just feels good to know that, like, if nobody else loves me, I love me. I got my back, and it just makes me feel good. The eighth affirmation that I have for myself is I am not my mistakes. And a lot of the times when we make mistakes, people allow those mistakes to make up their life. And I just don't think that should be true. But the way that I think is that a mistake is never really a mistake unless you make it twice. If you learn from your mistake, I feel like it shouldn't define you. It shouldn't make you who you are, because we always can learn, you know, to do better. And I just feel like we shouldn't allow our mistakes to define us. I'm sorry. Because when you do that, you know, you constantly bring yourself down. You constantly speak negative onto your life, or you feel like you can't do nothing because you made this mistake in the past. And I just don't think that we should, live like that or think like that. Forgive yourself for the mistake that you have made. Forgive yourself for those decisions that you have made and make better ones. Be a better person, be a better you. The ninth affirmation is that I can choose to let go of yesterday. Sometimes we allow the day before to linger on our lives, linger on our brain, and I don't like that. I feel like when you wake up in the morning, it's a fresh start, it's a fresh day, so you should be different and you should make different decisions for your day. Like, when I have a bad day, I always think to myself, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will always be better. I can make tomorrow better. And think about what happened that day and think about what you can do differently to prevent those things from happening to you again. So don't allow what happened yesterday to define what's going to happen today. Because what, a year ago you couldn't do certain things, but now you can. Life is all about evolution. We become different, we develop, we become different people. So don't allow the things that have happened before define what's going to happen in the future, because it's not true. Things change, people change, time changes, everything changes. Thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube video. I hope that you guys will take these affirmations that I have said and use them, to your advantage. I personally like to write some of my affirmations down and put them on my wall. I'll probably put in like a little picture of my mirror where I have like my little small affirmations, just so you guys can see how I do that. But yeah, take these affirmations, write them down, put them on your wall, put them in your journal, say these things to yourself, and let me know how they work out for you. Let me know how you've incorporated them into your life, or whether you think they help. Also, feel free to drop down some of your affirmations down in the comments. I love to add new affirmations to my life, and all of these affirmations that I said to you guys are ones that I have memorized. Like, these are not just things that like I went and Googled. Like, I mean, obviously I found them somewhere, but like these are things that I've memorized. They're things that I say to myself on the daily. It's not, for play, it's not for fake, it's not just for the sake of a video. Like, this is my real life. I try to be real transparent with y'all. So definitely drop down in the comments some affirmations that you say to yourself so I can add them to my collection. As always, loves, everything is everything. Peace, blessings, and prosperity. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you all in the next video.